All right, good afternoon, and thank you for joining me on another episode of Yapping with Yomi. I am extremely excited today because I get to talk to one of the fashion world's extraordinary people and Project Runway alumni, Casanova. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a little bit exhausted. I've been doing a photo shoot the entire day, but
Yeah.
I'm glad and I'm good.
Thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
even so, I know you've been running around, and that you gave me time to chat with you. So
Sure.
I'm very, very grateful, and thank you for your time to squeeze me in.
Sure.
So I wanted to chat with you, just talk about fashion in general, talk about what you've been up to. Fans of the show know you from Project Runway, but obviously that's not all you did. You're a fashion designer, and you have, I guess, a line, a collection. What inspires you about fashion? What made you get into fashion?
Well, as a designer or as an artist, you get inspired of many things. Like you can be walking on the street and you can see something and you can get inspired in every day. You can get inspired in many things, but most of my inspirations becomes from a strong woman.
Sure.
I always get inspired. I love to hear the stories of pioneers women.
Sure.
Like I love the story of the first women that smoke in public, the first one that wear pants in public, the first that get suicide because she was like fighting for the women's rights and stuff. And
Absolutely.
I just because in some points I have some relation probably with my life because in many things of my life I had to be the first.
Sure.
As you know in the show, I probably was the first Puerto Rican with many struggles with the language in the show, or the first Latino that can barely speak English.
Yeah.
And
you're doing really well, by the way.
Thank you so much. I probably can teach English a little bit right now, like a basic one. So that's why my inspiration, and I love a strong woman, woman that have like a lot of self-confidence. There's a character from Sex and the City that I really love, and it's Samantha Jones because she carried balls. And I mentioned before doing the show that my mission or my fear when I get New York was if New York grab me or I can grab New York from the balls. And that line is from Samantha Jones.
From Samantha Jones. Yes. That's awesome.
It's not mine. I grab it from her.
Of course. No.
So I love to get inspired of those
sorts of types of
strong
femme fatales, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a bag by the name is femme fatale.
Femme fatale.
It's patent leather and spikes and stuff. It's like very strong.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that's great inspiration, and although we know Samantha is a character on the show, she obviously exemplifies a lot of those strong women, those femme fatales. If you had the opportunity, would you like to dress Cynthia Nixon, for instance, or Kim Cattrall is her name in real life?
I don't have here my wish list, but at some point you can see my wish list that I would love to dress Kim Cattrall.
Gotcha.
Oh yes.
Gotcha.
Totally.
So Kim, if you're listening to this, Casanova would absolutely love to dress you.
305-761-6976.
There you go. Absolutely. Switching gears a little bit, speaking about Runway for a little bit, wanted to chit-chat about that experience and just find out from you how that affected you, if it helped in any way. What sort of experience was it for you being on the show?
Well, it affected me 100%. Positively.
Yeah.
I have to say that I moved to New York. I can barely speak English. I have a successful career in my country for 14 years, and I was looking for something else.
Yep.
So I quit to everything, to all my comfort zone there, my car, my apartment, my atelier, huge, and everything.
Yeah.
My clients and everything to come to New York and start over.
Sure.
And because the language barriers, I was thinking probably will take me 3 at least 4 years to get in the fashion industry until I get contacts, I meet people, and everything happened like in 3 months.
Yeah.
Like I just moved 1 January, and if the show affect me, of course it did, because once I've been in the show so fast, I've been forced to do business. So once I've been kicked out of the show, like people been asking for your webpage.
Yeah.
What is your label? And I was like, what's my label? What label are you asking me? I just moved here. I just like enjoying the weather, like know how to take the train, go to the city and come back home. And you're asking me for my label.
Yeah.
So I've been forced to have a label, to be a corporation,
to be your own brand.
Yeah, to be my own brand. Like so like,
quickly.
Yes.
So that's amazing though.
That's
not
totally,
a lot of people get
but
that kind of opportunity. You know, so happy to hear it, and more success to you there. So you said you've only been in New York City for a short period of time. Where did you move from?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Got it. And why New York? Why did you choose to move to? Yeah.
That happened. That was that I thought that I already done everything that I can do in my country. I've done many things related to fashion and TV.
Yeah.
And then I was looking for something else. So I was looking. So what's next to me?
Sure.
And I was looking to move to Miami. And that's why my cell phone is from Miami. And I do all the arrangement to move to Miami. And just in the last minute, I was thinking, Miami is not as challenge. Miami will be the same as Puerto Rico, a little bit upscale.
Yeah.
But I will not learn English. Will be the same, probably same. So the challenge will be if I move to Italy, probably, or New York.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's begin with New York. And I was so scared. You have no idea how scared I was. When I take the airplane, I was like almost like throw out in the airplane. I was like, I have no family here, no friends, no nothing.
Sure.
And I never been in winter before. It's totally different. Totally different. But it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel myself like New York been waiting for me 33 years.
Wow.
And finally I just get. It's
Yeah.
like this, my God, my skin become chicken. It's like this father that been looking for his son for 33 years, and finally,
it's a warm embrace.
I meet my son, and that's how I feel that New York like grabbed me and hugged me because was being very warm and very. I'm so grateful.
Sure.
And I just love this city.
That's awesome.
People ask me what I miss from my country, and I have no time yet to miss
anything quite yet.
I've been so busy.
Sure, yeah.
So busy. So when I have time, probably to miss my country, I have to go bed and sleep something. But of course, in some point, I will miss my friends, and I will miss my family, and I will miss my client. But I've been very, very, very busy.
Sure. So it's worked out for you.
There's a thing that I really miss since the first day, and it's the coffee.
Yeah. Oh wow.
In my country.
Got it. Well, there's some great places around New York that serves good coffee.
Not that many, because Americans think that coffee here is coffee. It's not. For me, it's like hot water. Coffee for me is coffee.
Coffee for you is...
Hawaii have amazing coffee.
Hawaii has...
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Well, that's good. At least, and any particular spots in Hawaii or particular brands that, you know?
I think it's Kona Coffee.
Kona, of course. Yeah.
And I just think I tried that coffee at the restaurant of Morimoto.
Morimoto's restaurant. Got it.
Yes, in Honolulu. Oh, my God. I remember I even don't finish my first cup, and I was like, can I get another?
That's great. Now on the show, during your season, was there anybody you particularly bonded with? Anybody you're keeping in touch with? Or?
I keep in touch with most of them.
Most of them, okay.
I have like a close relation, I can say, with probably Andy, the guy from Hawaii.
Right, of course.
Of course, Ivy Higa. We hang out. She's very busy as me. Probably she's the one that is
calling you.
So we hang out. Probably we hang out in Halloween. And Michael Drummond, AJ is one of my closest friends from the show. Sarah Trust. Who else? Even Gretchen, that she just moved to New York.
It sounded like, it looked like you guys had a really good camaraderie on the show. And,
yes,
and
totally. And right away, she moved to New York. I just visited her, and we grabbed wine, and we celebrated that she was in New York. But the happening is, as a winner, she get like extremely busy.
Of course.
And even, we could live in the same place, but she's traveling and travel a lot, blah, blah, blah. But we keep in touch in texting.
Sure.
So, yeah.
So you would say
Gretchen, you owe me a dinner. Anyway.
and you would say it's a well-deserved win then. You would say she deserved to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's
I know
great.
that many of the others don't, or they prefer others because it's all about preference.
Of course.
I was rooting for her.
That's good.
Once I've been kicked out, of course, I was like, well,
yeah.
She's, you know what? She's very strong.
Yeah.
She have a lot of self. This is the girl that I really like, and I get inspired because she have like.
She's one of those femme fatales.
Yeah, she's so strong. She have
Yeah.
a lot of self confidence.
Yeah.
I was so sad when she was crying. I was like, baby, I'm not the girl that.
That's good. And so, you know, I watch the show. I love the show, and I wonder how was dealing with the judges. You know, Michael Kors can be very. He can give you a pretty good singer, and Heidi seemed pretty sweet. She liked you a lot actually.
Who likes
Heidi. She always says Casanova.
Yeah.
It seemed like she was flirting with you.
we don't have any relation. Like people think that we can mingle with them.
Yeah.
Whatever happened in real life is the same as you see. It's reality TV.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yep.
We cannot mingle with the judges because they are like,
Of
there's
course.
like conflict of interest.
Of course.
Hey, Michael.
Of course.
But of course, they have to do the critique,
Yep.
and sometimes the critique is not that good.
Yep.
And that happened with me. I never watched the show before.
Sure.
So for me, it was a surprise.
Yep.
I know many people know that Michael Kors could be, but for me, Michael Kors is very creative because I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
how this guy invented all those adjectives in 1 minute.
Yeah.
He said, I once say he mentioned for me like she's the mother of the travesti in the funeral of the flamenco, and he makes like this sentence of 5-6 adjectives, and I was like, he's very creative.
Yeah, well, you can certainly put it that way. He's certainly, to me, sort of like the Simon Cowell of Project Runway.
Yeah, but I have the opportunity to, once the show was over, I came back to do another kind of thing with the current season.
Sure.
And I have the opportunity to have breakfast with Nina and Michael.
Yeah.
It was a totally different experience.
Got it.
We are not challenging anymore.
Sure.
They've been very nice. Oh, what's going on? Blah, blah. We grab a coffee.
Yeah.
And I was...
Nina looks intense on the show. She looks like...
She's adorable.
She can...
At least my experience after the show, she was adorable. And I was actually, during the breakfast, I told her, like, we are not speaking Spanish. I can handle English better than before.
Good.
We are not going to speak in Spanish.
In Spanish. That's awesome. Are you watching the current season?
Oh, yes, totally.
Do you have any favorites from the current season?
Yes.
Who is?
I love Laura. Anthony Bryan.
Unfortunately, he's off the show now,
And Anya, of course.
Anya's fantastic,
What else? I like Victor.
Victor is fantastic, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Anya and Victor are two of my favorites. Laura's pretty good too as well.
Yeah, I think I just like her aesthetic as a designer, but I love her as a girl also. She's like stunning, impeccable all the time.
Yeah.
She have a lot of self-confidence. She's like focused, and it's like
Yeah.
There's like a few things that I really
admire
of Laura.
That's
and I met her in some opportunity during some get-together, and I really love her personality.
Yeah. That's great. And also, speaking of TV shows, do you like anything else? Do you watch The Housewives, for instance, or?
I'm watching right now Panam.
Panam, I do like that show as well. It's a little bit slow to start. I hope it picks up,
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally, because I just get the series like behind, I'm watching through some...
You're getting caught up,
And my friends been telling me, oh, you have to see Panam, you have to see Panam, you have to see... Oh my God, you will love. And when I see the first episode, I was like, it's good, but it's not that
it's not
good.
Great. Yeah.
But I will give the opportunity because many series as
it
Sex and the City, the first season was like
wasn't so
kind
great.
of slow.
Yeah.
And after the second was like getting.
Yeah.
So I believe Panam will become.
It's like one of those sleeper hits.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
very
I
true.
really like it.
I do
really like it.
too. I
What?
love the glamour that
Oh
travel used to
yes,
be, and
yes,
you know, that was the heyday of travel in this country. But
yes.
unfortunately, all the glamour is taken out of it
The
these days. It's
glamour of
yeah,
being a flight attendant before
yeah,
was
yeah,
right now it's out
yeah.
of context. Out
Speaking
of
of speaking of travel, sorry to interrupt you. One of the things I focus on my blog, Yapping with Yomi, is I cover a lot of travel because it's one of the things I like to do. Do you travel at all? Do
I,
you like to do it if time affords it?
okay, let me tell you, let me be honest. When I've been in my country, I have to deal with those clients that have to make business
Yeah,
trips
yeah,
so often, and I was like, oh, I would love to travel, but when I have to travel, I have to pay my own ticket
yeah,
and book my own hotel
yeah,
and rent a car, and I would love to be employee of this bus that Casanova, you have to travel, you have to travel. That was like my dreaming job,
yeah,
and after the show, I just get the opportunity of being traveling
yeah,
in the United States to
yeah.
do media
Sure,
and fashion shows, and
sure.
I've been traveling 6 months, 14 times, and I just
Wow.
get tired.
Of course, that
I
could be
was
very
like, I will
exhausting.
never be a flight attendant. I was
Yep,
so,
yeah,
so tired.
yeah, yeah,
And it's totally different to do a business trip with one small luggage.
yep.
Instead, me that I have to carry my entire
Yeah,
collection.
yeah, of course, of
And once
course.
I get there, I have to do iron. Not all the countries. I
Yeah,
have like assistant to do iron and
yeah,
stuff. And when everything happens, you have to pack again,
yep,
come back New York,
yeah.
do laundry, and in 1 week pack again to go another place. And when I done the tour, I was like, enough for me this
Done
year.
for
I
a
don't want
while.
to travel. But
It's
the
quite
place that
understandable.
I love it
Yeah,
was Hawaii.
Hawaii sounds
Was
lovely. Yeah,
I've been 10 days in
yeah,
Hawaii. I've been 5 in Maui and
yeah,
5 in Honolulu, and
yeah.
I really enjoy. Was
Nice.
like the best business slash vacation,
Vacation, yeah,
amazing vacation that I get, because it was like people there was very sweet. The
yep,
food was really good. The
yep,
weather,
yep.
everything.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Hawaii sounds really tempting. I've practically been all over the world, but I have not been to Hawaii.
It's
So
a
one of
long
the,
trip.
yeah, yeah,
It's a
yeah,
long
especially
trip
from New
that once
York.
you get there, you are like
Yeah,
tired, like
yeah,
oh my god.
yeah,
But at least for me, I'm not
yeah,
love to be in an airplane like more than 10 hours.
sure.
Hawaii is kind of a long trip,
Yep,
but it's
it's
amazing.
amazing.
It's
That's,
beautiful. Looks like Puerto Rico, but
yeah,
it's not same. We are like
sure.
smaller, and in the Caribbean, they are like
Yeah, up on
in
the
the middle of
Pacific.
nowhere.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a paradise.
That's
I have to
awesome.
say, yes.
Thank you. So just a few more questions.
Sure.
What do you like today from designers? Like what inspire, like who out there inspires you currently today in terms of designer? Whose aesthetic do you like?
There is a designer actually that I really, Stella McCarthy, that I
Yeah,
really like her so much.
got it.
I believe she's strong.
Yep, one of those
Um,
women.
yes, yes. I remember when she was working for Chloe,
Yeah,
and long time ago, um, she won a VH1 Fashion Award. That was like
right.
15 years, 15
Yeah.
years ago, and she was designed for Chloe, and I was like, that girl will be launch her online soon because she is so talented
Yeah,
and creative.
yeah.
And my favorite designer, which is still my favorite designer, no matter what happened in his life, this is Ivy Higa. I will take care of you once
We're
I
almost
finish this. Yes.
done.
John Galliano.
John Golly, yeah.
I'm so sad what happened in his life
Yeah,
right now. I'm not very into when you have sad news. I'm
yeah.
not trying to get more
Sure,
information.
sure,
I
sure.
prefer when he's like coming up again,
Yep,
as
yep, yep, yep.
I will be more interested in what's happening. But
Sure,
of course, I cannot avoid what's happening in
sure,
his life, and it's so
sure.
tremendously sad for me.
Yep. It's a sad
Uh,
occurrence
yeah, but
all through.
I
Yep.
I really don't understand what's going on. But
Sure,
I
sure.
believe Dior, of course, was amazing
Yep.
designer. I
Yep.
can understand what's happened, and
Yeah.
was sad about the decision that they took, but it is what it is.
Yep.
I hope he will do something. When you have like a close, I don't know if that makes sense in English, when you have like a door closed.
Yep, when one door
many
closes,
doors
another
will open,
opens.
or at least windows.
Of course.
So, do whatever you have to do.
Absolutely, no, that
So
makes
let's see what's
complete
going
sense.
on, what is next for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
What about fragrances? Do you get into fragrances like perfume, cologne? Do you? What's your favorite?
My favorite is, I don't know how to pronounce because it's in French.
Yeah.
It's from I would try at my friend French Yves Saint Laurent.
Yves Saint Laurent.
I believe it's Homme.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I love the fragrance
Yeah.
cologne so much
Of
that
course.
I have like in every single size.
Yeah.
The big, the medium, the small,
Wow.
the travel size. Oh yes.
That is an
And
obsession.
Also, I love Chanel. Allure.
Chanel's really good, yeah.
Allure.
Allure is really good, yeah.
What else?
Yeah.
I think this is
Hermes, have you tried Hermes?
No.
No, it's really good. Yeah.
I would try.
That's one of my favorites.
Thank you so much.
You're
and
very welcome.
For people who want some more information about your work, your clothes, where can they go to?
They can go www.casanovanyc.com.
CasanovaNYC.com.
Even you can find me on Facebook, Casanova NYC, or Twitter,
Got it.
Casanova NYC.
Fantastic. Makes it really easy for our listeners.
Yes.
Well, again, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm so happy talking to you.
And you know what? I'm not tired right now. I can go for a drink.
You want to keep going?
Yeah. Totally.
We'll definitely save it for the next show. But thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Very
My
much
pleasure.
appreciated.
Bye-bye.
Bye.